Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Slam Dangles channel. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, that way you always know when I'm uploading video. So if you've been following any sort of game-related news nowadays, you'll know that Zoe Quinn had accused Alec Holowka, I probably butchered that last name, of sexual misconduct. Alec has passed away. Many seem to be theorizing that he committed suicide, because as soon as Zoe Quinn came out with her allegations, basically the internet went after the guy. You know how the internet is nowadays. You're guilty until proven innocent, and even after you're proven innocent, you're still guilty. Jason Schreier of Kotaku.com, now whether you like Kotaku or not, Jason does a lot of really good work, came out with this article earlier today stating Alec Holowka, the developer of Night in the Woods and other independent video games, died Saturday morning, according to his sister. The news comes days after allegations circulate against Holowka as multiple people accused him of abusive behavior. Alec Holowka, my brother and best friend, passed away this morning, wrote Eileen Holowka on a Twitter post. As you can tell, I can't read things word for word. And this is why I don't do content like this, ladies and gentlemen. Those who know me will know that I believe survivors and have always done everything I can to support survivors, those suffering from mental illness, and those with chronic illnesses. Alec was a victim of abuse, and he also spent a lifetime battling mood and personality disorders. I will not pretend that he was not also responsible for causing harm, but deep down he was a person who only wanted to offer people care and kindness. It took him a while to figure out how. Eileen Holowka added that her brother had spent the past few days getting support from crisis service in Manitoba, the Canada province in which he lived. She said in recent years her brother became a new person and was working towards rehabilitation and a better life. The allegations against Alec began on Monday night with game developer Zoe Quinn accusing him of emotional and sexual abuse. On Wednesday, fellow Night in the Woods developer Scott Benson said he and his wife Bethany Hockenberry were cutting ties with Holowka, noting in an update to Kickstarter backers that there was much more to the story than just one accusation. Other game developers shared cooperation and words of support throughout the week, and on Thursday, another woman said Holowka attempted to remove her from a game that they are working on after she rejected his advances. Following Eileen's tweet about her brother's death, she offered a response to those who would come out to point fingers and cast blame. And in case it's not already fucking obvious, Alec specifically said he wished the best for Zoe and everyone else. So don't use our grief as an excuse to harass people, she wrote. Go outside, take care of someone, and work towards preventing those kind of things in the first place. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. He was simply accused of something, and all of a sudden the court of opinion made him guilty, as the internet seems to do nowadays. So if you're following along with that story, Alec was accused of sexual allegations by Zoe Quinn. All of a sudden, his friend and boss comes out against him as well. They pull the carpet from underneath him, they fire him, and now he is no longer with us. Now, I actually came across this story on Reddit in a post from True Off My Chest, the version of Off My Chest that won't just ban you for using other subs. And it's by poster and user Blazer999. It says, "Congrats, internet, you killed a man." A few days ago, Zoe Quinn accused Alec Holowka, one of the devs of Night in the Woods, of being abusive towards her. And instead of going to the court of law, he got punished in the court of public opinion. His co-workers fired him, pulled out the rug from underneath his feet. His passion for video games probably dead, since no one's going to want to hire him anymore. He was just stated to have passed away, with the timing and wording implying suicide. Now, let me be absolutely clear here while covering this story. I have not found any implication that he commits suicide except for the timing itself. We still don't know any details on how he passed away. We do know that he suffered from mental health issues. We do know that he was trying to get much better. We do know that he was accused. We do know that he was fired. We do know that the court of public opinion made him guilty, and now we know he has passed away. On PCGamer.com, we have an article by Andy Chalk, which was posted a day ago. Night in the Woods developer Alec Holowka has died. Alec Holowka, the co-founder of Night in the Woods studio Infinite Fall and a designer, programmer, and composer on the game, has died. Alec's death was announced on Twitter by his sister Eileen, who has since locked her account. Good for you, Eileen. That is the right move. She did not specify the cause of death, but alluded to suicide, saying that Holowka had recently been supported by crisis services. Saying that someone is using crisis services and then they end up dead, that doesn't necessarily mean that they commit suicide. So here's the thing. Eileen had said that her brother was using crisis services and now he comes up dead. It's an easy connection to make that he may have committed suicide, But we don't exactly know that just yet. So these articles coming out and people coming out saying that he commits suicide, we can't just jump the gun to him committing suicide. On Polygon.com, written by Nicole Carpenter on August 29th at 11:40 a.m., Night in the Woods studio cuts ties with designer after abuse allegations. Indie developer Zoe Quinn alleges assault and abuse from developer Alec Holowka. Night in the Woods designer and Infinite Ammo co-founder Alec has been accused of abuse and sexual assault by indie game developer, author, and comics writer Zoe Quinn. Quinn said in a Twitter post on late Monday night that Holowka isolated them for a month in Winnipeg, Canada, where he sexually assaulted and used abusive language against Quinn. On Wednesday, the other developers behind Night in the Woods say they were cutting ties with Holowka and canceling an in-development project, among others changes at the studio. Night in the Woods developer Scott Benson acknowledged the accusations on Twitter on Tuesday. "We believe Zoe's account of Alec's actions. We're very sad and very angry," he wrote. In a follow-up tweet, he said that steps are being taken and the team will be public about the steps as soon as they can. On Wednesday, Benson took to the Night of the Woods Twitter account to offer an extended statement. This week, allegations of past abuse have come to light regarding Alec Holowka, who was coder, composer, and co-designer on Night in the Woods. We take such allegations seriously as a team. As a result, after some agonizing consideration, we are cutting ties with Alec. Benson later added, "Going forward, Night in the Woods will be handled by Bethany and I. We're not sure what that all means yet. This stuff takes time." In light of Quinn's allegations, publisher Finji said it was canceling an event at PAX West this week to take the time we need to process and create our next steps as a team, as publishing partners, and as a family. We've reached out for Finji for additional comment on the accusations. Quinn said they were scared to talk about the abuse or leave Holowka's home in Winnipeg. "My roommate started to get scared and asked me if I needed help getting out," Quinn wrote. "I said yes, and Alec barely looked at me as I left." Holowka allegedly lashed out at Quinn after they sent a cordial and friendly breakup email to him after leaving Winnipeg. "He made sure to blacklist me at important industry events," Quinn said. "He tried to ruin my career. I'd barely started. To a degree, it worked." Around the time of the alleged abuse, Quinn said that they had heard similar stories from two women in games. He'd done similar things to them, Quinn said. "They knew he'd been fixated on me and were also too afraid to speak up about an industry legend." The reason why I'm covering this story is because if Quinn was lying about these accusations, she is absolutely responsible for Alex's death, if he did in fact commit suicide. And as you know, if you've been following Gamergate or have any knowledge of Gamergate, you know that Quinn has been involved with Gamergate for quite a while. She has kind of a devious past, and she doesn't seem like the kind of person to be on the up and up, and she doesn't seem to be like, well, a fantastic human being. Let me just put it to you this way: her morals and ethics don't seem to be in great places. And another thing I do want to talk about in this video, the cancel culture that we seem to be experiencing, and how in the court of public opinion, if you're accused of anything, you're automatically guilty. Starting to be a YouTuber, starting to put my face on the internet, God forbid someone were ever to accuse me of anything, I know full well I'll just be guilty in the court of public opinion. That's why in the comments right now, I am nice to just about every single person that comes along, but the moment that I feel that you cross a line with me, you will be muted from this channel. And quite frankly, I don't think any YouTube creator, I don't think any internet entity, I don't think anyone should put up with it at all. Whether you're a male or female, you know full well that a false accusation could terribly ruin your life. You can lose your job, you can lose friends, family could turn their back on you, all for a simple allegation that they seem to think is true. Unfortunately, we live in a day and age where your opinion can be spewed onto the internet without any information whatsoever, and a lot of people unfortunately take it as fact. And while I'd love to sit here and say we need to stop this, how do we stop it? We have social media, and it's not like we're ever going to leave social media. Best thing that anyone can really do is snapshot absolutely everything that you seem to think is a little sketchy. Always be prepared. Save absolutely every text, every email, every direct message, any private message. Save absolutely everything, because you never know when you're going to have to defend yourself against the court of public opinion. And with that, that is where we're going to leave you. Unfortunately, we have lost Alec Holowka. I have played Night in the Woods and I did enjoy it, but unfortunately, this is an absolutely terrible situation. And being an avid video game fan, I did want to cover this, and I did want to talk about being guilty in the court of public opinion instead of going to actual court and let justice prevail by those who are in charge dishing out that justice. So with that, that is the end of this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you always know when I'm uploading a video. Peace, YouTube.